Gentlemen, ladies, welcome back. Sandamtod here. You can probably tell by my voice, I'm having a go of it. um, Sorry, no news for about 10 or 12 days, but after Memorial Day weekend, I came into work. We had a 3-day weekend, and that Tuesday, I started coughing and feeling kind of funky, and I was like, well, whatever. And the next day, went to work, and I'm turning that down because you probably barely hear me anyway. Um, Went into work Wednesday, worked through the day, started feeling like crap. Came home, basically laid down when I got home at like 6 something, and slept pretty much the evening away. Got up for a little while and still felt lousy, so I took something, some cold and cough stuff, went to bed, and woke up in the morning and felt the same, so I called in to work and laid back down and tried to sleep. And then that afternoon, I woke up and I had the chills all over my body, but I could feel I was running a fever. And I don't have insurance, and I don't have a normal doctor that I go to. Kind of playing Russian roulette there, but came out, went to the bathroom. My mom saw me. She asked me how I was doing. I said, I just feel horrible. And she's like, well, we need to take you to the hospital. And I'm like, I don't know if it's that bad. And she's like, if you've got chills, we need to go. And I said, okay. So we went, got down there, got in there, and then they were acting really, emergent. I mean, like there was something really wrong that they needed to take care of. And turns out I was running 104.2 fever. They said, 106 is when it starts getting life threatening. But I'm like, I've never ran 104 fever in my life. And they stuck me in the arm. I still got a nice bruise right here from that, where they put the IV in. Gave me something called Torvidol and some other painkillers. And then after about 6 hours of pumping about two big bags of 100 milliliter bags of fluid in me, managed to get my temperature down to about 100.5, and they let me go home. They did x-rays on me and said, well, it doesn't look like you have a pneumonia. We think you just have a virus, and it's probably going to go away. Here's something to keep your fever down, and here's some painkillers, and you're probably just going to have to wait for it to work its way out of your system. I was like, all right. And came home, was home a day or two, and my mom started feeling really sick, and we had to take her down to the same hospital and admit her, and they wanted to keep her. So came home. My sister drove me home, dropped me off. I was just like, there's no way I can go to work tomorrow. I was still kind of running a fever, and so I called in, and or I called my uncle because I work with my uncle and told him what was going on, and he said, don't worry about it, just get well, and we'll let everybody know what's going on. Well, by Tuesday afternoon, I couldn't get my breath. I was having trouble getting any kind of breath. I just was coughing, this dry cough, getting nothing out of my system, and finally, my mom called, and I was like, I can't breathe really, is what I told her on the phone, but I could barely talk, and my voice is still screwed up. But she sent my sister over to get me, and my sister came down and got me and took me to the hospital. And my mom was all really concerned because I told her I couldn't breathe. Well, she's got emphysema and she has trouble breathing a lot of the time. So, when she thought that I couldn't breathe, she was freaked out. So, I don't smoke or anything. It's just, I don't know what brought this on. And I just got down there. They did some x-rays. They gave me this thing that you do these breathing treatments. They gave me like 2 or 3 of those in a row to kind of open my lungs up. and gave me a couple more x-rays and said, well, you do have some buildup in your lungs now. You do have pneumonia. So I didn't have it 3 or 4 days earlier, but I had it then. So they gave me antibiotics, and I'm pretty much through those. I've got one left I got to take tonight, called Levaquil. And they said as long as your fever's under control, you can go back to work. But I ended up calling my uncle that night and telling him, I said, now I've got pneumonia, and they've got me on antibiotics, and the doctor wrote me a note to be off for the rest of the week. And he said, well, don't worry about it really. And I just felt like total shit, because I felt like, I've never left my work this long and not been able to come in and work, and I felt bad, like I had kind of walked out on them in a way. Not that I did, but that it was just I was fine one day and the next day I'm gone for a week and a half. So I've managed to make it through this week. I keep my fever down. My voice is still screwed up, like I said, but I'm just made it here to the weekend. Decided to make a quick video telling you what's going on and show you some pickups that I got over Memorial Day weekend. And hopefully I'm going to be back to work on Monday. I don't see any reason why not. Even if I'm snotting it up, I should be able to. I'm not contagious because my fever's down and everything. So it's just been rough, and I don't carry the internet at home. It's just an extra expense and bill that we don't need right now. And so a lot of times when I upload stuff to YouTube, well, almost always, I do it from work, and I do it after work or before work, because they allow me to, stay after or whatever and use the internet if I want to or whatever. And I've been away from work for a week and a half, so I haven't had time to make video, or even if I did have time, couldn't post it. So anyway, I'm going to spray my throat with this sore throat spray. Doesn't really help with my voice, but I did a little bit, maybe. Take a drink, and then we'll show you some pickups we got. Today's Saturday here in Missouri. I'm sure it's Saturday everywhere. It was. Oh, yeah. And it's weird when you're sick, stuff starts tasting funny. I can't drink anything other than like water or maybe Sprite right now. Otherwise, it just tastes horrible. I haven't been able to really drink anything. Haven't really had an appetite either. Not that I was never sick like that where I was getting sick or whatever, but just you're not really hungry. Stuff just doesn't taste right or seem like, you don't crave anything. You just don't feel good. So anyway, I thought I'd start off doing this video here. First things first, my birthday's in a couple weeks. And my cousin knows I'm a collector, and he kind of has his eye out for things. And he found 2 copies of this game and decided to give me the complete in box and keep the other one for himself. Give me this one for my birthday, and I'm happy to have it. He's great. He's more than a cousin. He's a great friend, and he's always been a great guy. And my cousin Joe. And, he's a few years younger than me, but we've always been close, I feel. So, this is great that he got me this. He got me a copy of Justice League Task Force for the Genesis. It's that fighting game with the Justice League guys, and it's complete. And the book is in awesome shape, and the cartridge looks in awesome shape, too. And I did not have this, so that's awesome. I was glad to get it. I couldn't thank him enough when I saw him today. We had a family wedding today, and it was his sister that was getting married, and he was all duded up in a tux and stuff, so because he was an usher and a groomsman. So, but he brought that with because he didn't know when he'd see me. So I thought that was pretty cool. So this is the stuff I actually got over Memorial Day weekend. and some of it's pretty damn cool. I did pay a little bit for some of it, but you know, what are you gonna do? You know, sometimes you gotta pay to play. You know, a couple of these are pretty sweet. Forgot about that. They were having their buy two get one free used item sale, and so I decided to take advantage of it. Went out to the Belton store because I hadn't been out there in a while. And the Belton store's usually been pretty good to me. I found some cool 3DO in-box complete stuff out there. They didn't have any 3DO this time, but they had a couple of cool Sega CD games and an in-box Super Nintendo and a Genesis game that I picked up, and then one that I just kind of picked up as a freebie. So we'll get started here. I might as well put it in piles the way it came. First thing I picked up for the Sega CD is a copy of a game called Battle Core. I did not have this game. It looks complete, but when I opened it up, it was kind of a fail on two accounts. For one, it was a Blockbuster Video X rental, so it's got the big, huge sticker over the whole thing that'll like rip the whole, you know, if you try to peel it. So it's like, pfft. And then the cover looks all good, but actually the guts are missing out of the book. So, but it was only $4, and I didn't have this game, so it's kind of a placeholder until I can find a better copy. But Battle Core, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was shrink wrapped. That's why I didn't know the inside. I mean, it looked like it was complete, and I just took it at face value and played the game and lost, I guess. But I didn't lose. I mean, I have the game and it works. So that, you know, we'll probably look for a better copy. Second game I picked up, since we recently picked up that 32X. This has got to be hard for you guys to listen to. My voice sounds like shit. I picked up a 32X Sega CD Corpse Killer, folks, for $2.99 out there. It's complete. It's got the instruction book. And a lot of these digital pictures ones, I came with a little, like a catalog book and a little decal. And then the game itself in the black sleeve. And it's original, so because the original sleeves were black for the Sega CD games. I finally figured out what the fifth Sega CD game, 32X game is. There's Supreme Warrior, Corpse Killer, Scottie Pippen's Slam City or whatever. I think it's Slam City. And then there's Night Trap, and what was the fifth one? I know it. Fahrenheit. That was the fifth one. Slam City was the one I was always forgetting, but got this for $2.99. So I was happy to get that. And then as my freebie, since those are $2 or $3.99, you got to get something that's equivalent value. I didn't really see anything, but I decided to go ahead and get this because they had some loose disc stuff up on the counter. I picked up Activision's classic games for the PlayStation 1. For the, it says Atari 2600 versions, but some Activision classics for $3. I don't know that I'll keep this because I'm not much of a loose disc guy, but you know, if I do a trade or whatever, it might end up in a little sleeve in with some other stuff to give to somebody else. So this is my second set of goodies, and this is the set that I really glad I went out there because I don't think I would have found this stuff any other way. Another Sega CD game. Actually, we scored pretty big on the Sega CDs. We got 3 of them. This one I did not have, and it was one of the ones I picked up originally when I had the other 2. But then when I found the other 2 things I'm going to show you in their other case, this became my freebie. So this was actually the freebie out of these 3. But I picked up Flashback, The Quest for Identity, and I think I have a loose disc version of this for the 3DO, and I know I have a Sega Genesis version, but I don't have, I didn't have it for the Sega CD. This one is complete. The book is also complete and has the guts, and it's got the foamer. It's got the foam thing. protective foam, I think is what it's officially called. This was $14.99. They had another copy of it there for $19.99. The exact same game, and it looked to have the exact same. You know, you can look at the side and see the instruction booklet in there and stuff, and it looked the same. So I don't know why the other one was $5 more, because this one's in great shape. So I don't know. Voice is going fast, so we'll just wrap this up real quick. Might need another shot of the spray. I don't know. That kind of helps. This is a game that my buddy Waspspray, Mitch, had been a big fan of, and I told him I had never even seen a copy in box, let alone one that was complete. And he said, you know, that it was worth getting, so I've always kept my eye out for it, and I think it's one of his faves. It's a Sega Genesis game. I found one in box, folks. They don't have a lot of in-box Genesis stuff out at the Belton store. So this one was actually in their case, but it's complete. I picked up Mutant League Football for $14.99. I know that sounds kind of pricey, but I haven't seen it ever other than loose cart. And to see it complete in the box, I couldn't help but get it. This instruction booklet is a little bit ripped on the side here and on the back side as well. I'm going to tape it on the inside. But this instruction booklet is the fattest instruction booklet I have ever seen. It's 87-page instruction booklet, and then some notes pages for a football game. So that blew me away. It's got to be one of the biggest instruction booklets I've ever seen. But here's the game, and it's in awesome shape too. And it's original EA case, so happy to get it for $15. Cross this one off the list. Waspspray was glad to find it. I mean, I know there's Mutant League Hockey and a couple other ones, and I think you had recently. I'm in a haze from the days I've missed here, but I picked up a Mutant League Hockey loose or something. So awesome, brother. I'm gonna keep my eye out for that one too. This final one is my favorite, and I paid a little bit for this, but it was worth it. I paid $29. I paid $29.99 for this. You're gonna be like, what in the hell did you pay $30 for? That ain't a new game. Well, I've looked for this game long and hard, out and about, and I thought about ordering it off the internet a couple times, but I've never found a significant copy that I was willing to pay for. I picked up, folks, a copy, and I'm glad to have it, of Final Fantasy II, folks, in the box, and I'm pretty sure it's complete. It's got a fold-out map type of thing in the booklet, as well as the game. I've got some of those plastic cover things that you can snap on the end, so I'm not worried about that. Game in tray, game label looks really nice. It's not torn up or anything. The thing about these vintage stocks is they sell the stuff with everything or nothing. It's the same price. If I was to just get the loose cart, $29.99. If I got the whole thing, $29.99. So, got it here. Instruction booklet is in great shape. It's not really been dog-eared. I think I've dog-eared my other one more than this has ever been dog-eared. Full color. Looks really nice. It's only 74 pages to the Mutant League Football's 87. So, see what I'm saying? And this is pretty fat. So, and where's that map, that fold out? There we go. I don't know. Like I said, I think this is complete. If there was another fold out, I'm not sure. But this one does say, have some towns and some small maps on it and stuff. And it does say Final Fantasy II map collection on it. So I'm assuming that this is the only fold out. I paid $29.95 for this. And I paid $15 for Mutant League. But then I got Flashback for free. And the other two I only paid, what, $6 for... $6 or $7 for both of them, and then I got that other thing for free. So that's a lot of junk. That's pretty much all. I picked up a couple other games. Excuse me, I'm going to start coughing. I picked up a couple other games at different vintage stock for the Xbox. But we're going to do them later because I'm just fading fast. So I didn't die. I'm here. I'm here for you. And glad to be on the mend, to be honest. I mean, that's the most important thing. When you're sitting in your room sick and you're just laying in bed and you're staring at all this junk in your room, and I'm staring at all this stuff, and I'm like, I'd give all this shit right now to feel better. You know, I'd sell it all. Anyway, folks, signing off. Sandamtod. Any and all new subs. I usually don't sound like this. You know, I make videos about pickups. I do some random gameplays, and I do video filming shit in my car and stupid here and there videos. Sometimes I do discussions, but mainly pickups because that's the type of dude I am. I'm a collector, so I'm gonna sign off, and thanks for coming by, folks, and I'll see you next time. Bye.